Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Soul Sister slash Burn at the Stake in Modern. And I don't think we can keep one red source. Alright, we'll keep this. It's not insane, but we'll try it. We'll keep Battlefield Forge for sure. Mountain for our opponent, and Foundry Street Denizen. So it looks like we are up against 8 whack, most likely. Opponent passes. Good old upkeep stop set. Upkeep stop set. There we go. Battlefield Forge, and I think we're just going to lead on... Let's lead on Soul Warden. I think it's more important in this matchup to gain some life than to get an extra counter on champion. Plus, we're going to have a lot of Ajani's Pride mates, which is going to be sweet. They're going to get very big. And then Burn at the Stake to finish things off, hopefully. Goblin Guide for our opponent. Sure. Pumps up the Foundry Street Denizen. We gain a life. Back up to 20. A land on top would be awesome. Ooh, it's a Plains. Alright, that's good. Now we get to Plains into Pride Mate. Gains us a life and puts a counter on our Pride Mate. And pass the turn. Next turn, combo Pride Mate plus Windscarred Crag for the life gain. Make him even bigger. Another Goblin Guide. Yeah, we'll make our Ajani's Pride Mate bigger. And gain a life. Ajani's Pride Mate might just be unbeatable for this deck, actually. No attacks. Oh my god. Well, let's just... Ajani's Pride Mate. Trigger Soul Warden, gain some life. Pump up our Pride Mates. And then Windscarred Crag, gain a life. Pump up our Pride Mates. And I guess we'll attack with one Ajani's Pride Mate. Put our opponent down to 14. And we are 2 turns away from a 15-point burn spell. Seems pretty good. Another Foundry Street Denizen. Pumps up our Pride Mates. It's actually hurting our opponent more than it's helping them, I think. They're almost to chump block time. Well, maybe this is just a really good matchup for us. Opponent passes. Squadron Hawk. Well, let's Soul Warden. Pump up our Pride Mates, gain a life. Play a Mountain. Squadron Hawk. Pump up our Pride Mates. Gain some more life. Pump up our Pride Mates. Get a bunch of Hawks out of our deck. And then Champion of the Parish. Pump up our Pride Mates. So that's not bad. It's turn 4, and we have a 12-12 and a 10-10. And we're at 25 life. Yeah, our opponent's got a chump block. So if we draw a land, I think we just tap out for Burn at the Stake. And if our opponent keeps playing things, like Mog War Marshal is going to make our stuff so huge. So Pride Mate's getting bigger. Gain another life. Pride Mate's getting bigger. So we're going to untap on turn 5 with multiple 15 power creatures. Or maybe even bigger than that. Well, let's see if we draw a land for Burn at the Stake. Opponent gets in with Goblin Guide. Well, this is a moment of truth. Do we get the land? No. Soul Attendant. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess that works too. And our opponent scoops it up. We just have some really big Pride Mates. Alright. Well, this feels like a good matchup, and that was a good draw, but... So let's see. 8 whack Goblins, eh? What do we want here? Maybe just more removal? What do we not want? I guess maybe we go down Genesis Chambers, at least a couple. They seem really good for our opponent, since they probably have multiple Bushwhackers. We can bring in another Bolt. I don't even know if Outnumber... Yeah. An Outnumber. And I guess we just try it like this. Seems like it's just a decent matchup because of how much life we can gain. Alright. Little slow. Lots of tap lands, but... Foundry Street. Now, Temple of Triumph. Do we want a mountain? It is an untap land. Yeah, I don't think we need a mountain. Pass the turn. Ooh, alright. Opponent's got an aggressive draw. And a Fanatic, which actually can kill our Soul Attendant, which is annoying. So we're taking 3. Our opponent is down to 2 cards, though. Well, let's Soul Attendant, which I'm assuming our opponent's just going to kill with Mog Fanatic. Temple of Triumph. Yep, opponent kills it. I don't think we want a second burn at the stake. 1 is enough. Pass the turn. See what our opponent has. There's a Bushwhacker. Ay. Alright, that's a lot of damage here. So 8. Down to 9. That is scary. Well, we take our beats. Then we play a Pride Mate. Play a Windscarred Crag. Make a 3/3. Go up to 10. Pass the turn. There's a Bolt. Looks like our opponent's going to get in for 3. Puts us down to 7. Problem with this is we're going to be dead to... Ooh, Soul Warden helps. Soul Warden first. Pride Mate second. So now we're not just dead to a Goblin Grenade. Our opponent needs at least something to go with it. We could still be dead to burn, but we're not dead to just one Goblin Grenade. Legion Loyalist. Gains us a life. Pumps up our Pride Mate. Also pumps up the Foundry Streets. Opponent. Well, we're back to being dead to a Goblin Grenade, unfortunately, thanks to the Loyalist. But looks like our opponent does not have one. So let's Squadron Hawk. Gain a life. Pump up our Pride Mate. Search up some Hawks. We might be able to set up for the Burn at the Stake kill. Right now it's 12 damage. Squadron Hawk. Gain a life. Pump up our Pride Mate. Windscarred Crag. Gain a life. Pump up our Pride Mate. Dare we attack? This gives things trample though, right? I think we don't. Let's just pass. See what our opponent does. Goes to combat. And passes. Ooh, Outnumber is a very good draw. So we might be able to set up for the win now. Squadron Hawk gains a life. Pumps our Pride Mate. I don't know if this just wins us the game on the spot, but it sets us up for the win shortly. So Pride Mate's up to a 9/9. So I think we get in with Pride Mate. And now we can outnumber Legion Loyalist. Block with Squadron Hawks if we need to. No attacks. Alright, well. I guess we get to see the Burn at the Stake kill. So, tap out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A nice 18 damage burn spell. Oh, that's just how we drew it up. Sweet. Alright, so far so good. I mean, a good matchup, but that was sweet.